Alright, so yesterday I did my very first delivery block for Amazon Flex. I wanted to try it out. Um, I have been delivering for a bit for Uber Eats, so I've noticed that the Amazon Flex stuff tends to pay a little bit more. So I tried it out. The sign up process is pretty easy, and you wait for the background check and what have you. One thing I don't really like about it, my first let me go back. My primary job, my 9 to 5 job, right now, I'm working a contract job in a different city from where I live. They're about 3 hours away from each other. So I had to sign up for Amazon Flex in the city where I work, the area where I work during the work week. Um, because the area where I live said they weren't taking any new drivers right now, which is fine. But I did send them a support message asking if I could possibly deliver into metro areas because I'd probably want to deliver on the weekend when I'm home sometimes just to make some extra money. But no, they say you have to sign up in one area only. Now, I hope they relax that restriction in the future. I had the same issue with Uber Eats and also Grubhub. I signed up for Grubhub, although I haven't made a delivery yet in my home city. Um, that being said, once I signed up and once they did my background check and license verification and what have you, they let you download the app. You can't get it from App Store or Google Play Store or whatever. You have to go through their process and then they give you a link to download the app basically. You start up the app and it will show you different delivery blocks that are available and what they pay. So I took one, I considered taking one after work, and I waited a bit, and the actual pay went up. So I ended up taking a block from 5:30 to 9:30, right after work. I show up at the warehouse. So the training videos, they make you watch training videos in the app before you start. It made it sound like it would be a lot more organized than it was. You drive up, arrive at the warehouse. I was directed into a line of probably about 30 cars. There are signs pointing to where you, as an Amazon Flex driver, will go at the warehouse, and you drive in, and to give you an example, there was a sign that said keep left, and I got directed to go into the right lane into the line of cars, basically. And I was waiting in that line of cars a good, I want to say about a half hour before the line went up into the warehouse. And another thing is, you cannot be, they stress this in the training, you cannot be more than 5 minutes late to arrive, or else they will cancel your block and you won't get paid. Um, it, so once I navigated, the app tells you how to navigate to the warehouse. It's got an in-app GPS basically. You drive over there, and I was in that line, and it still didn't show that I had arrived. And I was panicking because my block was to start at 6 and it was getting on 6:05, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Finally, I got far enough up in the line, thankfully, that a little button showed up that said I've arrived, so I pushed that, and I don't know what I would have done if I didn't get far enough in the line to get that registry, for it to register on my GPS that I was close enough to the warehouse to check in. Then what you do, eventually you drive in, you drive right into the warehouse, and boy, that's a scary thing because there are like cars and carts and stuff on either side, and it's very narrow. My car kind of barely fit. I was worried about hitting things. I pulled up to the side, rolled down my window, and you give your license to an Amazon employee. They will scan the barcode on the back of it, and then the app shows, okay, you've checked in, you're good to go. Go forward to another employee and pick up your route. In the app, it tells you you have your route assigned and all your packages will be on one cart and so on and so forth, and they'll be all set for you. I don't know if this was unusual, but this was not the case for me. We'll see if I take another delivery block if this is an unusual occurrence, but I don't know that it is. I had someone direct me to park behind another car, and it seemed like everybody got out, everybody knew what the hell they were doing, and I had no clue. I'm sitting there in the warehouse going, what do I do? Flex tells me, you'll have my packages ready, all available on cart. No. I'm looking around, confused, and finally, the Amazon employee sees me. She says, do you need a route? I said, yes, I do need a route. And she says, okay, come over here. They have these rolling carts, and she says, take any 15 packages, scan them, and it will route you. Okay, so I start taking packages off, onto another cart. I said, do they have to be on the same cart? Are they in the same area on the same? Oh, take them from any cart. So I had no idea. I'm not familiar with this area too well. I know how to get from the hotel I usually stay at to work and back, and a couple of places that I normally go to, like restaurants I like and what have you, and things that I've delivered from on Uber Eats. So reading addresses on packages, and it gives me the town name, not terribly helpful unless this is the very small area between my hotel and my work, which these really weren't. So I scanned them. Scanned 15 packages. After a few, every once in a while it would pop up and it'd say, this package is already assigned to somebody else. Do you want to deliver it? So I hit, yes, I'll deliver it. I had all my 15 packages loaded on my cart. I pull the cart behind my car. I start loading my trunk. Great. Off I go to drive. And it shows me a little map. It's got a list of, here are the addresses you're delivering to. Here's where you're going. And I pulled up a map, and it had all points, and it seemed to be all over the area. It took me, the first package was a 30-minute drive from the warehouse. So I drive off, I deliver that, fine. Next package, it says it's a 45-minute drive from there. I drive to that one, I deliver that one. The next package, it says it's an hour's drive. I'm like, finally, at this point, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to have a 3-hour block, and it's 45 minutes, an hour between deliveries. That's not humanly possible. So I click off to the map, and I see that it's giving me deliveries that are far away. There are other deliveries closer to where I am, so I tried clicking on one of those, and it yelled at me. It says, oh, if you deliver this package, you'll be late on your other packages. Please deliver in order. So I go back and I start delivering in order. Fine. Finally, I get down to a point where I have 3 or 4 deliveries in a certain area of the downtown area of the city where I deliver, where I work, etc. and so forth. And yeah, one delivery is a couple blocks from the next one, no big deal. Once you make a delivery, I forgot to mention this. You scan the package at the point of delivery. My first delivery, they were all unintended deliveries. No one had to be there to sign for them. It will tell you if somebody has to be there to sign for them, allegedly. But given that my experience was not what the training video said, I don't know. So the first one, the person came out, and I handed the package directly to him. The other ones, I left them at the door. And if you leave them at the door, you have to take a picture with the app where you left the package. They ask you to leave it out of the weather, out of view of the street. It's to basically be nice, how you would want a package delivered to you. You don't want it soaking wet, you don't want it stolen, that sort of thing. So I like that. That's good. You take a picture with the app. Great. My block was supposed to end at 9. I'm still driving. 9:30. It has me on a major highway through the downtown area, and there's construction traffic. It's down to one lane. I'm sitting in traffic. All of a sudden, it's 9:30. The app kind of shuts off. It goes out of delivery mode. Nothing. It says, oh, you have nothing scheduled for today. See available blocks. So at this point, I've got, out of my original 15 packages, I've got 10 still left to deliver. I can't get back into the app. I've got one that I was going to deliver, and I ended up calling Amazon Flex. I had to find, basically Google around for a number for support. I called support. I talked to the person. She was very nice. She was like, oh no, that's not supposed to happen, basically. And it's like, well, okay, I agreed to deliver the package I was on my way to deliver, and then go back to the warehouse and get the rest of the 10 packages I still had, give them back. So a block that was supposed to end at 9, 10:45 at night. I'm back at the warehouse. I have to I couldn't find where to go into the warehouse. I go in, there's people still there running around like headless chickens. I flagged down somebody and I said, hey, I've got Amazon Flex packages that I couldn't deliver. Where do I put them? And she told me where to put them, and I'm taking them from my car because I couldn't get back into the warehouse the way they had us drive in, so I had to park in the parking lot, move the packages myself into the warehouse, and put them on a cart. And I get back to the hotel. My hotel, I'm there at like 11:30 at night, and I have an 8 o'clock an 8 o'clock meeting the next morning at my real job. Well, this is a real job, but at my primary job. And yeah, I'm not too happy about that. So I left some feedback in the app, and I got the standard form letter. Your feedback is very important to us, yada yada yada. We'll see if they respond. But I'm not, unless that was an unusual day at the warehouse and it's not usually chaotic like that. If I go again in another blocks like that, I'm probably not going to deliver. On the other hand, I got the full payment, even though I only delivered 5 out of 15 packages. I got the full payment that it had advertised to me at the start when I accepted the block. I got the full payment. It was on a Monday night. They pay on Tuesdays and Fridays, so that money's already in my bank, or pending to transfer in there. So that made me happy that at least I got paid for my trouble. I would do it again, but now I'll probably be a bit more savvy, actually look at the packages, only take ones from towns that I recognize, ones that I can be close by, or maybe they'll do it like they say in the training videos and a couple other YouTube videos I've seen that have this, that Amazon Flex reviews. So yeah, the pickup could be better. Deliveries, not terrible. It's just the routing I've got to pay attention to, and only stay close by. And that means I've got to learn the area and what's around and what packages I take. So yeah, hopefully it'll be better next time. And if you have any questions, leave them for me, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I will continue to deliver for Uber Eats and maybe do that instead, exclusively. I probably won't do another flex block until at least next week, because I've got to travel the rest of this week on a business trip to the other side of the country, so I won't be around this area. Yeah, hope this was helpful, and I hope they do better next time.